So happening today, the Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, will be sitting down with the Premier of Ontario and the Canadian Finance Minister. The focus very clearly the trade war. The tariffs already implemented. The tariffs that President Trump has teased are still to come on April 2nd. What would typically be a non-headline grabbing get-together between two allies is now a high-stakes face-to-face. Because Trump's with this meeting and this gathering today. And about the tariff whiplash that the world has witnessed in just the last few weeks, Donald Trump now has this to say.
I have the right to adjust. It's called flexibility. It's not called inconsistency. It's called flexibility. But there will be very little flexibility once we start. April 2nd is going to be a very big day for the United States of America. The United States of America is going to take back a lot of what was stolen from it by other countries.
Joining me right now is the former Deputy Prime Minister of Canada, the former Minister of Finance, Chrystia Freeland. It's really good to have you here.
It's great to be with you.
Thank you so much for coming in. The president says it's flexibility. It's not inconsistency, this whiplash. What do you call it?
I call it inconsistent whiplash. And what I will say, Kate, is we've just been hearing about the inflation numbers and talking about there being a risk that with the trade war, inflation will go up. It's not a risk. It is a certainty. The Wall Street Journal is entirely right in saying a trade war between Canada and the United States is the dumbest thing ever. It is self-mutilating for the United States. You know, if the U.S. moves ahead with this trade war with Canada, groceries are going to be more expensive, energy is going to be more expensive, the stock market is going to continue to tank, and America will be pushed into a recession for no reason at all. You have a great relationship with us. You know, the relationship between Canada and the United States is balanced and mutually beneficial. It is governed by a trade deal that I negotiated, that President Trump himself said was the best trade deal ever. So this is so entirely pointless, and it's going to hurt Americans. It's going to hurt the people who voted for Donald Trump, because I don't think they voted to pay more for their groceries. I don't think they voted to pay more for their gas. I don't think they voted to lose their jobs, and that's what this is going to do.
They actually voted for him to do the exact opposite of that. I want to ask you about USMCA actually in a second, but we did just get the President Trump's latest take on the trade war, talking about the EU and talking about the 50% tariff that they're going to be implementing on American whiskey. The president now writes, if this tariff is not removed immediately, the U.S. will shortly place a 200% tariff on all wines, champagnes, and alcoholic products coming out of France and other EU-represented countries. This will be great for the wine and champagne business in the United States. I just want to get your reaction to that, because it kind of encapsulates a little bit of what Donald Trump has said, made very clear, which this is reciprocal. You hit us, we hit you. And that's really what's coming April 2nd.
But it's not actually reciprocal, because you hit us first. And, you know, from the Canadian perspective, it is just utterly unacceptable. If you hit us, we will hit back. And something Americans need to understand about Canada is, like, I don't think Americans think about Canada all that much. That is fine with us. We don't mind. We are not narcissists. But when you do think about Canada, I think you kind of think we're really big and Canada is small. To a point, because the reality is Canada has leverage in this economic relationship. We are the largest export market for the United States by far. Canada is a more important export market for the US than China, Japan, the UK, and France combined. And like, you guys are the country that invented the phrase, the customer is always right. Well, we're your biggest customer. And at first we were hurt by all of this, but now I would say Canadians are angry.
How far, so Mark Carney is about to be sworn in as Prime Minister. You know him well. Do you think he can handle Donald Trump?
100%.
Because
Mark is going to be a fantastic Prime Minister. He's the leader of my party. He has my full support. He is going to be terrific. And he has started off on a very, very good, clear note. He has said, you need to respect us.